Hey guys, D-Sol back here in the Nerd Cave with a convention pickup video for you today. So, as you know, with everything going on, there really hasn't been many conventions lately. In fact, right before the pandemic really hit and everything kind of locked down here in Jersey, we were supposed to go to a MonsterMania convention in Cherry Hill on March 13th. That was Friday the 13th, and that was canceled days before the event, rightfully so, out of an abundance of caution, and they made the right decision, right? So MonsterMania just did something at the Mahoning drive-in in Pennsylvania this past weekend, the 30th and 31st of October, where they were showing, so Friday and Saturday night. So me and my brother-in-law went to the Friday night show. Saturday sold out pretty quickly. Couldn't do Saturday anyway. That was Halloween. Have to go out with the kids, do stuff here. So we went to the Friday night show. So Saturday night they were going to play Halloween and Halloween 3, so we missed out on that. But Friday night was pretty cool. They played From Dusk Till Dawn and Creepshow. Love Creepshow, so I was super stoked to go check that out in a drive-in. They played the actual 35 millimeter film, which was really cool. They did these intros from horror celebrities, before the movie, which is cool. They played some like old school trailers. They did the whole intermission thing. It was really cool. It was a really fun experience, and it was outdoors, so it was pretty safe. It wasn't a lot of people there. They had limited. That's why it sold out so quickly. They can only have a limited amount of people, a limited amount of vendors. But it was just really great to go back to a convention and just to see other people that are into the same stuff that you are, to see the vendors, support those vendors, and it was really well done. So great job to MonsterMania. Hope they do some more of that stuff in the future, until we can kind of get back to our normal conventions. So just wanted to kind of show off what they had. So really cool thing. So they had Tom Savini, and they had Sandy Johnston from Halloween, and Judith Myers. And I've met her before. I had her sign my Halloween poster at a previous MonsterMania event. So Tom Savini, I've been hoping to see him. He was supposed to go to a convention about a year or so back, and I think had to cancel last minute. So when I knew he was going to be there, I was super excited because there were a couple things I wanted to get signed. So I just want to, enough talking. Let me just get right to it, right? So let's start with some of the stuff that I had Tom Savini sign. So I had him sign four things. His price is really reasonable. Sometimes you never know. Someone like Tom Savini, you wouldn't be surprised if he was charging, upwards of $50-$60, but it was less than that. So I was able to get everything I really wanted signed. So first up is my Friday 13th final chapter mini poster. Here it is right here, Tom Savini. Had this already signed by Ted White and Teddy Bear so far for part 4. As you know, Tom Savini came back. He did the for, as everyone you have to know if you're watching this this channel, then you know this stuff. But Tom Savini was the special effects coordinator for Friday the 13th, the original one, and then he came back for the final chapter, and it's definitely one of the best ones of the series. So definitely glad that I got that signed. And next up is my Savini Jason mask. So I won this at a MonsterMania a few years back. I picked up a part 4 mask. I really wish I remember the name of the guy. Devin FX, maybe? I forget exactly. If I remember and I can find it, I'll leave a link. But he makes really good masks, definitely, the Jason masks. And I was picking up a part 4 mask from him. And if you put your name down and your number, he's going to do a drawing, and you would win the Savini mask. So, I get home from the convention, and I get I think a text message or voicemail saying that I won, and he shipped it to me. So it's really awesome. And as you know, I think this is from the Friday 13th video game where, he's wearing this, and I think Tom Savini... Sorry guys, my daughter just walked in. Forgot where I was, but yeah. So anyway, got this mask, and Tom Savini was there, and I had him sign it. So came out really nice. So I think I was saying that. Let me know if you know the kind of the story behind this. From what I understand, I think he designed this mask. I don't know if it's for the video game or just a version of what his mask would look like. This is kind of like Jason in Hell, I think. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't have the game, so. But yeah, so got that. Definitely excited for that. And what else did I get? Had him sign a couple of movies. First one, of course, it's Friday the 13th, the Steelbook. I signed right there on the bottom. Came out real nice. And last up is my Creepshow, Scream Factory. And yeah, he used this pen, so I was in a weird angle, so when he was signing it, I was like, oh no, his pen's like not working, because you couldn't really see it, but you kind of have to, it's one of those shiny ones, so it comes out in the angle, the right angle, it looks really nice. So, but yeah, that's it. So those are some of the signatures. I got 4 of them. And so I'm definitely happy that is in the collection now. And I'll show you some other things that I picked up from some vendors. We'll continue with the movies. They didn't have a lot of vendors there. They had a dozen or so kind of spread out in tents outside under the screen. And, usually they have, hundreds of vendors, right? And they have, ton of physical media, ton of masks and stuff like that. They didn't really have that too much here. So I saw one vendor that had some video games, and I'm not really into video games as much as I used to be in collecting, but they had some DVDs for like $2 a pop. So I got a bunch of those. I got some Snapcases. I love my Snapcases. So first up is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Not the best Superman movie. I do have the Part 3 Snapcase. Part 3 is actually my favorite movie. But for $2, couldn't go wrong. So now I have to find parts 1 and 2, because I know they came out in they all came out in Snapcases. Next one up is Copycat. It's a Sigourney Weaver, Holly Hunter movie. I saw this kind of way back in the day, like on HBO. It's kind of like a crime thriller, serial killer kind of thriller. Pretty decent. And the last Snapcase, another one for $2. All these were $2. Dreamcatcher, Stephen King. I've never seen this. I've seen bits and pieces, so I kind of know the story. I think I know what happens in this. I just never actually owned it or saw the whole thing. And last one is The Forsaken. Great. I think it's 90s. Is it 90s or 2000? 2001. Maybe that's a release of the DVD, so who knows. But let's call it 2000. Vampire movie. Really like this one. Just watched this during my 31 Nights of Halloween. I talked a little bit about it in that one. I'm not crazy about vampire movies where they don't have fangs, but this was really entertaining. I forgot that it was an R-rated one. I thought it was PG-13, so right off the bat, the first scene, you're like, oh yeah, this is R. Good. So I definitely enjoyed it. I watched my brother-in-law's version of this, so now I actually have my own, which is good. Again, $2. No brainer. Next up is NECA figure. It's a Friday 13th Part 5 New Beginning. I have a Part 5 NECA figure already. It's the Dream Sequence Jason. So this is the actual Roy figure. And Part 5 is one of my favorites, as you can tell right there. So I've actually kind of been in the lookout for this. So when I saw this, and the price was really decent, so I definitely had to pick it up. And we've talked about it probably in a bunch of videos, or you've seen this in a bunch of videos. I really wish the Scream Factory set, I wish this was the cover that they had, or one of the alternate covers at least. But glad to have it now in the collection. There we go. And last but not least is a t-shirt. So I picked up a t-shirt. It's still in the bag, so let me just open this up. It's from, I think it's called Pizza Party Printing. Is that right? They're always at the conventions. They're at the Cherry Hill conventions. They're at the Maryland conventions for MonsterMania. I'm pretty sure it's called Pizza Party Printing. And They have really cool horror t-shirts. I have a Creepshow shirt that I'm always rocking at these conventions. Definitely wore it the other day because they were playing Creepshow. I always get a ton of compliments on it. So definitely wanted to pick up another shirt from them for a while now. And this one it says VHS till death, and it's actually a glow in the dark. So definitely excited to get that. Definitely like to support those guys. They make some good shirts. And so yeah, that's it, guys. Quick one today. This is what I picked up at the convention. Usually, I come back with a huge haul when I go to these conventions because I'm usually there the whole weekend. Go for Friday night, come back Sunday, and I'm hitting up these vendors, and I'm coming back, and I'm hurting for a couple of weeks, from what I spent. So it was nice to go to a smaller scale convention, get a few signatures, get a couple movies, T-shirt, and just kind of getting a little bit of that fill that you've missed for a while from going to these conventions. So yeah, guys, let me know in the description below if you've been able to go to anything during these crazy times. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, smash that button, whatever they say in these videos. And until next time, I'll see you in the Nerd Cave.